ready with me on the Polish brand Glamshop. Now, this palette is a Poland brand and based company, so everything is written in Polish, including the shade names and the name of the palette. So I'm not going to butcher the name for you guys, but I did look up what this palette translates to in English, and it means the Principles and Basics palette, which I think is adorable. Is it Principles? Hold on one second. Principles and Basics, yes. So I ordered this palette off of Mercari. I've been eyeing Glamshop for quite a while, so this is what the inside looks like. We have 6 mattes and 3 shimmers to play with today. So I'm just going to go ahead and start doing my makeup because I don't really have that much time because, of course, I'm filming this later. I decided to have, all right, these two browns are very, very similar, but I think we're going to start, let me just point to the names, obviously, because I'm not going to be able to say the names. So I'm going to go in with this shade first, which I don't even know what it's called, but obviously it is all in Polish, so I'm sorry, but I'm not going to butcher the names. I'm just going to point to them. So I'm going to start out with that shade first. So the reason why I've been wanting to order from Glamshop for quite a while is because of my dear friend here on YouTube, Mary Moods and Makeup. If you guys aren't subscribed to her, please go and subscribe to her channel. And her channel name is the same, Mary Moods and Makeup. And she has been raving about Glamshop to me for a long time now, probably for the past year. And I did want to get some of their products on their recent Labor Day sale, which was last month. Oh, this is blending out really nicely. It's very pigmented and smooth. So I really like that so far. But the thing is that if I decided to order from Glamshop's website, it is being shipped from Poland. So I would have to pay shipping prices for overseas shipping, which was about $15 to $20. So I decided to wait to see if, anyone was selling Glamshop palettes on Mercari or Poshmark. And this palette just so happened to pop up last week on Mercari, and I was like, I'm getting it because I'd rather pay $4 shipping on Mercari than pay $20 shipping for Glamshop. And I'm just going to go in with this color right here in the defining area because I want to use that deepening shade on the outer corners. And so far these are blending out beautifully. Oh, that is, okay, I can't dig into that shadow. These mattes are a little bit softer, and I'm not even using the right brush, so let's actually use the brush I use. That's probably why, because I was using wow, that really dug in. These are very soft shadows, so just be careful about using a more pointed brush because it is going to get the shadow to dig up from the pan. It's nothing too crazy, just there is quite a bit of kickback if you use a more pointed brush. So I'm just telling you guys what I'm experiencing right now, and it's kind of getting the shadow everywhere, and I'm barely touching the pan, and it is making the shadow go up or come off the pan. So it's just a little messy, but it doesn't affect the performance of how the eyeshadow actually blends, so that's not really bothering me. It's just a bit messy. So I'm just gonna keep on blending that out. I did receive the palette yesterday from a seller on Mercari. It was supposed to come tomorrow, but obviously, I mean, not tomorrow, today. Literally the day I'm filming it. But it came a bit earlier, so I wanted to film with it now. So now I'm going to use that deepening brownish, almost blackish brown shade. And we're going to take that on the outer corners. I didn't really get as much as that kick up on the first shade, but we did use a regular crease brush for that. But these are very pigmented and smooth. They're just a bit messy with a like pointer brush like this as opposed to like a crease brush. So just keep that in mind if you've been interested in the brand. Just letting you know. I'm here to tell you guys my thoughts. But so far they're all blending amazing. Really nice matte formula. Really, really soft and smooth and pigmented. So far they're blending like a dream. So I finally decided to jump on the Glamshop bandwagon. I've also seen Debbie talk about them quite a bit on some of her lives, and I did tell her I was considering Glamshop on one of her lives because I think she picked up a couple of things from them during their sale or mentioned that they were having a sale, and she was like, yeah, their formula is amazing. You should definitely try them. You won't regret it. So I was like, you know what? I'm finally gonna just bite the bullet and actually try them. So that's my whole story about Glamshop. Mary has a countless amount of their palettes, like at least 6 or 7. So if you guys want to see like a good Glamshop haul or swatches or anything, just search her channel for Glamshop and a ton of videos will come up and she will swatch the palettes and show the palettes. Their palettes are beautiful. So, and this palette I thought was perfect. I was like, oh, somebody's selling a perfect neutral tone palette for me? I mean, obviously they weren't selling it for me, but once I saw it, it was like the only neutral Glamshop palette that I saw on Mercari. I'm like, this is perfect. So for the brow bone, I'm going to use this like ivory white shade right here. These are, oh my God, look at that. That's so pigmented. Holy crap. Like barely dipping into the pan and it picks up so much eyeshadow. That's crazy. That's really good that it just picks up right away and you get that pigment without barely touching the pan. So far I'm loving these mattes, so I'm really excited to try the shimmers. So I'm just going to apply some glitter glue and then we'll do the shimmer. Okay, so I just applied my glitter glue, so now we're going to go into this like kind of pressed glittery kind of shade, and it's called Luxus, which I'm sure I'm saying the name wrong, but I wanted to attempt at least one of them, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Mary said that these are like some of their best eyeshadows, are kind of like these. Wow, these are super, super smooth. It's not really a pressed glitter, it's just a very glittery shimmer, but it's like super smooth and pretty. Wow, that is gorgeous. It like basically applies, it kind of reminds me of a ColourPop Super Shock shadow formula. And that's really, really pretty. It reminds me of like the sequin formulas from their Super Shocks, and it's very pretty. Builds up really nicely, and I love it. Alright, so far I'm super impressed with the formula. I think this is going to be a great everyday palette for me. No complaints so far. I think everything's beautiful. The formula is kind of similar to like Nabla Cosmetics is what I would say, but I even think that this like shimmery shade is more pigmented than Nabla's like shimmery topper shades like this. I'm not really like a huge fan of those like toppery shades from Nabla. I like their regular shimmers more, but this is beautiful. Yeah, really pretty so far. So I'm going to go do my base and then we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, you guys, so I just finished my base off camera, so now we're just going to go into eyeliner. And I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs gel eyeliner in Overnight. Kind of want to add just a little bit of a pop of blue on the lower lash line because I am wearing a blue shirt, as you can see. And I love this liner. I really like adding like just a colorful liner sometimes just to add a little bit of interest to a neutral look. It's just fun. And then we're just going to pop into the palette again. I'm just going to take this shade right here in the middle. I don't know what it's called because, again, it's in Polish. And I'm just going to move some stuff because everything's on top of me again. I will go through everything that's on my face at the end. So I'm just going to pop that shade on the inner corners. I think I really like this formula. It's really, really nice and very easy to work with. The only thing I wasn't a fan of was the kickback from the eyeshadow pans. But other than that, everything worked out beautifully. There's barely any transfer from this shade as well, which is nice. Like the lid shade, and it looks really pretty. This shade also looks really pretty on the inner corners, so I am a fan. Okay, so for my mascara, I'm gonna go into my Ilia mascara. I'm just going to coat my lashes. I haven't used this mascara in a little while. I've been using the Rare Beauty and the new Marc Jacobs one I got from Marshall's. But this one's still a great mascara. I'm not sure how old this one is, but I just went through my mascaras and decluttered a few because I have just purchased way too many mascaras this year. I returned one and decluttered a couple, so I decluttered like 3 and returned 1, so not bad. Okay, so now we're just going to finish up the face. So I'm just going to take my Dior Forever bronzer in the shade Tan Bronze and bronze up my skin with that. Gotta hurry up though because I have like not even 10 minutes before I have to get to work because Caitlin runs late all the time. But all I have to do is put my jewelry on. I'm not going to bring any food with me this time. I'm going to order something from the mall because honestly we don't really have too much food here at all. And I've been eating like the same thing from the house for dinner or lunch at work. And I'm like, I can't eat it again. So I'm just going to use that. And I did have lunch already. So that's why I'm running a bit later because I decided to squeeze in lunch before work. And then for the blush, I'm going to go into my Gourmand Girls blush in the shade You're a Doll. I really feel like more people should try the blushes. Her blushes are great. Very pretty, soft, easy to work with, and really pretty and pigmented. So I think it's scented too. It smells really good, but it's such a pretty like everyday color, and it's a super buttery smooth formula. It's like not powdery whatsoever. There's like no kickback. It's just really, really pretty. I don't know what I want to use for highlight. I have like a million highlighters in front of me, and I could probably use about 20 of them. But we gotta pick one. I know which one I really want to use though. Okay, I don't know why that's taking forever for me to build up on this side. Okay, that is good. And then for for highlight, I think I'm going to use my Moon Dance highlighter from Ofra and Madison Miller. I've been wanting to use this for a while again. It's one of my favorite highlights. I could have used the Dior one again, but I just feel like switching it up. So, Ofra makes an amazing highlighter formula. They are quite under fire right now for a bunch of crap, so but I haven't bought from the brand in probably almost a year. The last things I actually bought from them was from Leora's collab with them last September, I think. So I don't think I've purchased one thing from Ofra this year. So I don't intend to anytime soon unless they are at Marshall's. That's the only time I decide to purchase from these brands, is if they're like super discounted and it was something that I wanted for a while. But honestly, there's nothing really that I want from Ofra I have their liquid lipsticks, their highlighters, and one of their blushes. I was never really crazy about the eyeshadows, so I have what I want from the brand. So, but it is a stunning highlighter. And I didn't even know what was going on at the time when I purchased for Madison Miller's collab. I love Madison Miller. I just haven't watched her in a little while, but I do watch her videos when they pop up. But, you know, YouTube's recommendations are like horrible sometimes. So I'm just going to set my face with my Milk makeup spray. I have to go. I will tell you guys my lippy later and tell you guys everything that's on my face. But I really like the eyeshadow. I think it's beautiful so far. So thank you, Mary, for telling me to try them, because I think their formula is beautiful and everything applied amazingly. So we will talk about it more later. Okay, you guys, so I am home from work. I didn't touch up anything just because I am going to be doing something with my family after this. We're going to play Scrabble, so I don't want to spend too much time filming. I have to change and then we're going to play. So I just wanted to tell you guys what I used for my base earlier. So I did use my Milk Makeup Prep and Prime. I mean my MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime. And then the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I always use these two. And then I used the Rare Beauty foundation in the shade 110N. I love this foundation. I mean, it still looks so pretty on my skin, and I've been wearing it for a few hours since I did the video, and I don't know why this foundation gets so much hate. I really like it. So, and then for my concealer, I used the Cover FX Power Play concealer in the shade N Fair 2. I picked this one up from Marshall's. I'm still not sure whether or not I used this in a video, but I really have been liking it. I mean, it's kind of a creasy mess now, but when I put it on and wear it for a few hours, it looks really nice underneath the eyes. And then I just set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath powder as usual. And then I set my face with my Dior powder. And then for my lips, which I don't know if I'm like 100% in love with this lip formula. It kind of cracks a lot, but she is working on redoing the formula, which I'm really excited about trying. I don't know where I put that lippy though. Oh, it's right here. So I used the ColourPop lip liner in the shade Cool BFF or Ashton, one of the two. I can't remember. And then I used the Gourmand Girls liquid lipstick in the shade Send Nudes. Again, not totally in love with this formula, but again, I think she is fixing it. And then as far as the Glamshop palette goes, I thought that this palette was really pretty. I thought that the mattes blended out beautifully, and the shimmer shade is just so gorgeous. So I'm really liking this formula. Really nice and easy to work with. Very pigmented, but easy and blendable to use. So I really liked it. So thank you again, Mary, for recommending this brand. I will definitely be testing out the other two shimmers, but it seems like a pretty easy palette to use for every day. And yeah, that's it, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram as CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle at CBW819. I love you guys. Bye.